East Africa is now, it appears, has started very, very wrong type of democracy. Uh, I'm condemning it in the strongest word I can use. It seems that the democracy in East Africa is taking another useless way, devilish way. We have now seen a new system which is coming up of abducting opposition people. And together with that, we have now come up with another system where not only are we abducting, but East African countries now appear to have started a new system whereby they carry a public opinion to look for the leading opposition leader. Once they have identified a leading opposition figure, they arrest him and charge him with treason. Things of foreign countries coming into Kenya, and specifically Nairobi, East African countries, whereby Uganda came to Riverside, and there are some things which are funny. I've always okay, people of my age used to believe that Dar es Salaam University produced the best law school, and I don't know whether they say, I don't know whether they compared Makerere and Nairobi, but Dar es Salaam used to produce the best law school. That is why you find lawyers in Kenya, kina Orengo, University of Dar es Salaam, kina Late Mutula Kilonzo, Dar es Salaam University. But I'm trying to ask myself, if Uganda's legal situation is this matope, why then should we even have a law school, any law school within Uganda? Are they reading law in theory? Now imagine someone being taken to Kampala, court, and not someone, it's two people. Two people are taken to Kampala court, and they are charged that they were found with a pistol which is not licensed in Riverside, Nairobi. Does it mean that even people who have firearms in Nairobi, their license has got to be recognized by Ugandan authority? If the two people had a pistol in Nairobi, they would have gone to the chief firearms officer, who is somewhere near the Kenyatta National Hospital. The last one I remember was my personal friend, but is now retired, David Bayer. They should go to that person. There was a Mzungu who was a chief licensing officer for a very long time. I think he was called Parkinson or something like that. Can't recall the name. That is the person who licenses everybody who has a personal firearm outside the disciplined forces in Kenya and whatever. So when you are within Kenya and you happen to have a firearm, maybe you don't have a license, or you have a license which they suspect to be fake, then they go to the policeman who's called Chief Firearms Officer, CFO. He will check, or she will check in her register to see if your name appears among those people who are privately registered. It means a lot. For example, we even have people in the disciplined forces who have their personal firearms. My father used to have that. So those are people, you may be in a disciplined force. My father was a superintendent of police. Uh, but he had a firearm of his own. So when it came to other police firearms, he was using under the police service license. But when it came to that personal firearm, his name appeared in the CFO's office, Chief Firearms Officer. Now for the Ugandan to to come and arrest somebody in Riverside and charge him with having unlicensed firearm and take him to court in Kampala. If someone if someone has a firearm in Kenya, anywhere in Kenya, including 5 centimeters away from the Ugandan border, this person is arrested and taken to the nearest police station and is taken to the nearest court. Now, Riverside, I think, which is the nearest police station? Parklands, yeah. He could be taken to Parklands and the following day either be taken to Milimani Law Courts or Makadara or even Kibra, but he's taken to Kampala. There was a lady who was kidnapped, and if my memory serves me right, there was even an attempt on a Tanzanian opposition leader to be killed in Kenya. I think as some years back, between 5 to 10 years back, can't recall, but I think there was something like that. Now, Uganda is approaching election year. 1 year before election, the leading opposition leader who may threaten the government is being arrested with treason. By the way, the case is not over. Then Tanzania election is also 1 year away. What do? They take the leading opposition leader, Tundu Lissu, arrest him, take him to remand, and if you look at both Uganda and Tanzania, they have been ruled by one party for decades. Sometimes I wonder, sometimes I ask myself, why is it that in Kenya, every election, we have new parties, we have new coalitions, we have whatever. For example, who took over from KANU? 2002. It was NAC. And who took over 2007? It was PNU, Party of National Unity. And then that is 2007. 2013, Jubilee. Jubilee as a coalition, yeah. 2013. 2017, Jubilee as a party. 2022, we are changing with every election. You find that the ruling party is different. But which is a comedy, yeah? But then you find even that those countries that are ruled by one party. NRM has been ruling Uganda for how many years? 40 years. And CCM started ruling 55 years ago after the amalgamation of Afro-Shirazi Party of Zanzibar and TANU, Tanzania African National Union, joined together with the Afro-Shirazi Party of Zanzibar to make CCM, Chama cha Mapinduzi. I felt like sharing that with you.